Welcome to J is for Justice podcast. If live breaking news and following true crime is your thing, then please consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like what you see in my videos, please consider giving them a thumbs up. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to J is for Justice. It's good to see you guys again. If you missed us earlier, we were live talking about Hawaii, being critical of Biden, stuff that people don't sometimes like to hear, but sometimes it needs to be said. Welcome back. Welcome to the news desk. Before we get into the news today, I wanted to kind of go over some of your comments, shall we? We haven't done this in a long time, and this isn't going to be any bad comments. This is going to be something kind of funny. So let's get into the good, the bad, and the ugly of J is for Justice podcast. And the conclusion of our show with the good, the bad, and the ugly, where I read your comments, good, bad, and ugly. All right, well, it's not the conclusion of our show, so that was wrong. But I asked you guys in the comment section to caption this, and your comments are so hysterical that I figured we had to go over them for a minute here. So let's read through some of your comments. So the question was, caption this. And it's the picture above of Kohberger, or Brian Kohberger and Ann Taylor. And the little girl in the middle, the lady in the middle that just likes to smile. So I said, caption this. And this is what you guys had to say. Better keep your COVID over there, bitch. I wish I had my knife. She better get this right. Yes. I will see Ann first when I get out and thank her in person. When you get caught crushing and fantasizing on your defense attorney, give it to them, Ann. When you're smarter than your attorney, or you think you are. Is she trolling me wearing that mask? He's looking at her like he looked at his dad, telling the police they're going to PA. Which I agree. They're going to call me Unibrower, aren't they? That one's great. You better say what I told you to say. What you talking about, Willis? If I just lean in for a small sniff, if I ever get loose. Hey, B, don't get between me and Ann, okay? That's Okie. Jammer says, Ann Kohberger? Ann Kohberger? If I go down, I'm taking you with me. Controlling attorney with his mind. I wonder if I will hear the firing squad rounds. Bruh, I'm not a virgin. Kendi. Olive, I think she just shat her pants. Nice meat suit. Did you just fart there, lady? Evil side eye of pretend incel. Another, what are you talking about, Willis? Criminal offensive side eye. Did you fart? And then the other one is the nose. The last one is the nose. You guys crack me the hell up. Thank you for commenting on that post. It's pretty funny. One can only imagine what is going on in Kohberger's mind, right? So let's get into our first story of the day. This is going to be some pretty heavy stuff, if I do say so myself. Let's first talk about the girl that is missing. We have a missing girl, and I'd like to give her a little bit of attention here. She's missing out of Whittier County in California. She is a 19-year-old woman. And there was a reported shooting and a potential kidnapping. And this was early Sunday morning. So it's been 3 days. And this was in Penn Park in Whittier County. Police have not found the woman as of Monday morning. And the detectives say they have a team following up on leads and information, trying to locate her whereabouts and the individual involved in her disappearance. Her name is Andrea Vasquez, and a man told police that he and Andrea were approached by an armed suspect while they were parking in the stalls portion of the park at 19350 Penn Street, just after midnight. So I don't know what they were doing at the park in the stalls at midnight. It doesn't sound good. The armed suspect approached the vehicle. The man and Vasquez were sitting in and fired a weapon in their direction, the man told police. The man said he ran off, then returned to find blood in his vehicle and Vasquez missing. Not sure I believe that story, but Vasquez was described as a female Hispanic, 5'3", 103 pounds, with brownish red hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a black long sleeve crop top, khaki pants, and black low top Converse. Police say she has the tattoo of the word Edlyn, Edlyn, on the back of her neck, and the Aries constellation on the top right of her hand, and she has a belly button piercing. So the man she was last seen with, this girl is beautiful. The man she was last seen with was parked in a stall with her at a park. There was blood in his car, and he states that they were shot at, and she was kidnapped. So whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. But if you have any information about this or anything to do with her, Andrea Vasquez, call the Whittier Police Department. Horrible. This happens way too often. And hello, Miss Carlin. Good to see ya. Good to see ya. All right. Our next story is coming out of Florida. The sunny state of Florida never disappoints with crazy stories, does it? So this woman here, she killed her son. She killed her 13-year-old son. This was in Osceola County, Florida, which is just near Orlando. She confessed to strangling her 13-year-old son in order to spare him from the devil. Jasmine Kennedy, 37, killed her son in his bed on Monday. A judge denied bond for her. She is charged with premeditated first-degree murder, domestic battery by strangulation, aggravated child abuse, and child neglect. Now, this is the kicker. She killed her teenage son with her 5-year-old in the same room. She had a 5-year-old son as well. So she strangled her 13-year-old in the bottom bunk while the 5-year-old was in the top bunk. You don't get much more evil than that. Hi, Maisie. Hope you're having a good day. Is that chest hair? No, that's a beautiful tattoo she has on her chest. Right. So it was something with the 13-year-old son she's saving from the devil. But for some reason, she didn't harm the 5-year-old. But she did harm the 5-year-old because the 5-year-old had to watch this mess. And the 5-year-old ran for help. He ran for help. So it gets worse. Okay, so deputies said the young boy ran for help. But by the time that anyone realized what was going on, it was too late. The boy was already dead. She had been choking him on the bed. The 5-year-old saw, and he ran for help. When deputies arrived at about 7:30 in the morning, the boy was already deceased. She said in questioning that her name was Yahweh. You can't make this shit up. Yahweh, which is Jesus in Hebrew. Oh my God. What is with these people? Why are they thinking they're God? Why are we hearing about this so much? Okay, so she told detectives, and I don't know if she's just trying to play crazy or what, but she told them that her name was Yahweh, and she was asked to clarify what she meant by saying so they asked her if she knew why she was being interviewed, and she said she was being questioned due to sending her son home. Sounds to me like someone's been watching a little bit too much Lori Vallow trial or something. She sent him home. So then she was asked to clarify what she meant by sending her son home. And she said that she spared him from the devil. So yesterday, school officials confirmed that the teen did attend Canoe Creek K-8 school, an Osceola County school district. Said they have grief counselors at the school to help. And the Channel 9 Jacksonville reached out to the Department of Children and Families to see if there was any history involving the family, but they're waiting to hear back. And you know they probably won't tell them that anyways. But we will follow this case and see if it even goes to trial. She may just plead out since she confessed. But will she try to plead insanity? I don't know. But her mugshot on the thumbnail of this video is so disgusting. It's like, I killed my son. Like she don't give a fuck. Yeah, Yahweh, your ass to jail. Exactly. Crazy. Oh, here's that mugshot right there with her charges. She's like, oh, well. So this woman was living with her grandmother. Her grandmother was home. And I don't know what other adults were there, but I know the grandmother was there. So that's Jasmine Kennedy. We will continue to follow Jasmine Kennedy. We don't have an arrest affidavit or anything yet. We just have the information that was released about her interrogation and questioning. Sickening. I mean, I just don't see any remorse there. I see like, I did what I had to do. Like, what? These people are fucking nuts, man. All right. Our next story is an update. I did put out a short about this. This is about the twins, these twin babies, these adorable 14-day-old, 2-week-old twins. Now, these little guys were in a hotel in Detroit, or outside of Detroit, in Livonia. If you're from Michigan, you know. If you're not, you don't. So it's outside of Detroit in a hotel. I'm not sure why, but the two people that you see on the right side that were caught on surveillance in this hotel, they were acquaintances of the mother. Now, this is a scary story. Allegedly, they became acquainted on Facebook. And these people here, there's been, I think, 3 more arrested. This is scary. Listen up. They were on Facebook offering help to parents with babies. So they were offering gift cards, formula, diapers, supplies. And apparently these people must be living in a hotel. And they requested supplies. And I don't know how familiar they became with each other on Facebook. But for some reason, when they were there at the hotel giving them the supplies. Thank you, Miss Margaret. That's right. Their home had been broken into, so they went to a hotel. That's what the story was. So at any rate, while these people were there, these 2 women here, and there's been a man arrested too, I think. But the mother left briefly for whatever reason. I have no idea why. But she left the babies alone. And that was when these 2 women took the babies. Well, roughly 12 hours later, well, like they do the Amber Alert and all that stuff. And then 12 hours later, we don't know who, walked into a Detroit precinct and dropped these fellas off unharmed. They went to the hospital to get checked out, but there was nothing visibly wrong with them. But they were dropped off at a police precinct. Somebody actually walked them in. So I don't know if someone had like second thoughts or why they brought them back. I mean, I'm so grateful that they did. But what's going on here with Facebook and people luring? It reminds me of the Taylor Parker case. We covered that one out of Texarkana, Texas. She did the same thing. She befriended a woman on Facebook who had the life that she wanted, and she befriended her. She murdered her, and she tried to steal her baby, but in the process, she killed the baby. But they met on Facebook. So it's really, really scary to think that people can't just help each other, and they have to worry about this kind of garbage, right? You can't trust that someone just wants to help you out of the goodness of their heart. They want to take your babies. So the fact that there's been more arrests in this is really, really concerning to me. So there is a current update as of yesterday, last night. So we'll read through this article here. And a day after the early morning Amber Alert for two twin newborns shook up Metro Detroiters, law enforcement officials offered few new details. Tuesday evening, Livonia police released a 3-sentence statement that said it was continuing to investigate and had made 4 arrests related to the kidnapping of Montana and Matthew. Montana and Matthew are their names. Neither the suspects nor the charges were identified. That tells me that they may be looking into something deeper. Like this could be some kind of a ring trying to get babies and sell babies. New moms, be careful. Remember when Facebook meetups first started? And it was like, oh my God, we have to, meet in a public place. Da, da, da. And then it turned to, oh my God, we should probably meet at the police department. Should probably still do that. I think we've gotten all too comfortable electronically, and we trust over electronics. We think that someone seems cool. Here to tell you, people can fool you in person. They can fool you online even more. And I feel like if you're a mom and you're going to, buy a stroller or get some kind of used baby supplies, tell them you'll meet at the police station. If they won't do that, then they are up to no good, because there's no reason that an honest person that just wants to sell you a fucking stroller won't meet you at the local police station or a police station halfway. So I feel like we need to go back to those practices, because I feel like we've gotten just way too comfortable. I mean, having someone come to your hotel room is like having someone come to your house. So we have to be really, really careful. So most of what we've heard from law enforcement came from brief statements at the news conference. And this is the closest account of what happened Sunday night. And this came from the Livonia police captain, Gregory Yan. He said the lady left them with 2 friends, and when she came back, they were gone. He did not specify whether the woman was referring to the twins' mother. When asked to clarify what he meant by friends, he called them friendly acquaintances. Well, it did come out that it was Facebook. So the parents were reunited with the babies. So the twins' grandmother, Lolita Van, offered more information in an interview with the Detroit Free Press. She said she didn't know how they ended up in a Livonia hotel, but had heard someone may have broken into her daughter's home. She also heard people had offered to help her daughter with her newborns and find them a place to stay. At the news conference, officials applauded agency cooperation and sidestepped a reporter's question of whether the incident was still being investigated as a kidnapping, and declined to identify who dropped the children off. So the Detroit chief, James White, acknowledged that investigators didn't have many answers. And the twins were dropped off at 9:30 in the morning at the Detroit Police 9th Precinct. I mean, them being safe is the best outcome possible. And hopefully, whatever these people are doing that, I don't know, that is sketchy is going to get uncovered. Hopefully, that's why the charges are pending because these two ladies might be like the lower end of whatever they're doing. If they're in a baby stealing ring, they're going to want these ladies to turn on the uppers. So that's why a lot of times, like, when you see drug busts and stuff and you see like them get like the local guy and you don't see like charges, and you see deals made and stuff, it's because they don't want those low end guys. I mean, they do, but it's their pathway to get to the ones that are orchestrating this at the top. The ones with the money, the ones handling the money and running the show. Yeah, get mace, whatever you gotta get. A taser. You can buy tasers. I just think you gotta be careful. I mean, meetups with people you don't know when it involves children. No. No, 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 no. Don't invite people from Facebook into your house, into your world, into your children's world. You cannot. Cannot. So so happy though to report that those twins are okay. Look how cute they are. Look at the one on the left. Look at his little part. I love him. Spit happens. But they came back all healthy and fine and they're just so damn cute. So that's a great story. Oh my god, we do need a JS for Justice mace. Oh, it's a good idea. Just I'm the new AVP or AWP, whatever they were called. AWP with their fucking glass breakers that didn't work. Yes, Shell summed it up. She said, meet at the police station. It's that easy. Okay. Our next story. Our next story. Actually, we have the press conference of Kennedy. We should watch that too. We'll watch that after this. So let's cover. Here we have this guy, monster. Monster. Remember the little 11-year-old girl in Pasadena, Texas, that we were all kind of like, did her dad do it? He found her under the bed in a basket in a garbage bag. Were they Timu? Yes, they were from Timu, Shell. They're from Timu. Oh shit. Anyways, this POS was arrested in Louisiana. And how they caught this guy, I applaud law enforcement on this one. Great job to law enforcement catching this dude. So, this guy knocked on little Maria's door and raped her, murdered her, put her in a garbage bag, put her in a laundry bin, and shoved her under the bed. But the dumbass left his key to his apartment. So he got busted. But he got busted in Louisiana. He was trying to take off. He's not even here legally. Big shocker. He had only lived in the apartments for a couple of weeks. And he had his eye on that little girl. But they got him. They got him in Shreveport, Louisiana. He's 18. So right now he's awaiting extradition back to Texas. Officers also found more corroborating information and evidence, but they're not saying what that is. But I wanted to read you this statement from the Gonzalez family. This is Maria's parents. They released a statement following the arrest, and they said, we want to say thank you to the Pasadena Police Department and to Louisiana Police and any officials that participated in bringing this cold-blooded murderer into custody. This arrest has brought the family and community some peace. We are extremely thankful that he could not use this kind of pain to anybody again. He cannot cause this type of pain to anybody again. I ask for those who are in charge to give us justice. May he be burdened with the full weight of the law for what he has done to my daughter. He was last seen at 4 p.m. on Monday. So remember her dad got home at 3? He got home at 3. I know we should do the dumb criminals again. He's being extradited back to Texas. So Texas will take care of this piece of shit. You know, I don't understand why people think they can just make their way into somebody else's home uninvited and just do what they want with them and end their life. I just don't understand it. It's like Brian Kohberger. He just thought he could just, traipse in there and take advantage of these college kids that trusted and take their lives away. It's bullshit. And it should anger people. It should make you angry. It makes me angry. He's only going to be about 90 miles from his eternal home. Hell. Just stupid. Senseless. All right, let's go over to the boob tube and let's roll the footage of Miss Kennedy. Oops. Oh, I thought I had it all ready, and look at me. Let's do this again. There we go. I have a little bumper for the boob tube. Isn't that cute? We all love our boob tube. Let's watch that bumper again, just because I like it. Now it's not going to play for me. There it goes. Oh, it's hilarious. I love it. I love how it's so nostalgic. All right, let's get this pulled up. You got to love following Florida crime though, because you get so many more details because we have the sunshine statutes, All right, Marco Lopez is the sheriff in Osceola County, Florida. And our sheriffs don't mess around down here. If it's not Grady Judd, it doesn't matter. Our sheriffs in Florida don't fuck around. Mainly, they're like, fuck around and find out. So this is, let's see, let's resize that. There we go. Look at that. The boob tube. Cheryl says, it does make me angry. Y'all only know me. I am always in a perpetual state of anger. All right, let's get into the presser. Again, this is on, we're kind of jumping around a little bit. This is on that 13-year-old who was killed by his mother.
Child neglect, and aggravated child abuse. Now I'm going to go ahead and say it in, where's my Spanish?
He's low.
Okay.
He's going to speak in Spanish too. It's not that long. Let me get some boosting here.
Como las 7:30 de la mañana, nosotros fuimos despachados a una residencia en Crossley Avenue. En referencia de una
I love me some Grady too. You know that?
Fallecida.
You know that.
Caso, un niño. Cuando llegaron los oficiales, vieron que había un niño en la cama que estaba confirmado muerto.
I love the boob tube too.
Bomberos, los oficiales de la medical services. Uno de los
Why do they call it a boob tube?
nos
Is
dejó
it because
saber que
men
una
watched
mujer
boobies on there?
vecina
Probably.
se identificó como Jasmine Kennedy,
Yeah, this is the fake
año
Yahweh lady. She thinks she's Yahweh
12/31/85,
in
le dejó
disguise.
saber que ella había matado a su hijo. Y también nuestros detectives en la escena, ella admitió que lo
Oh, let
había
me turn on
ahorcado
captions. Hang on.
en la cama. La víctima solo tiene 30 años y está muerto. La sospechosa la tenemos aquí detenida y está cooperando con la
I
investigación.
think he just said taco, though.
Este incidente es
I don't speak
aislado
Spanish.
y no hay nadie de inmediato en peligro. Los cargos son los siguientes. Domestic battery, strangulation, la estranguló. Child neglect y aggravated child abuse. I'll take some questions in English and then I'll go some in Spanish.
I know it's ultimately it's up to the state attorney, but why no recommendations of homicide just based on not looking like it was intentional?
Well, no, what we do is, in this case, based on her statements, and there were some signs of strangulation, we have to wait for the medical examiner's office to confirm the cause of death. And they're pretty good at turning these type of cases around and getting us that information. And as soon as we get that from them, then we'll know the exact cause of death and what to charge her additionally with.
So we do know now that they ended up charging her with premeditated murder.
No, she basically is admitting to doing it. And, like I said, those are some of the things that we're going to work out now. And we're still interviewing her, and this investigation unfolds. And once we book her in the jail, hopefully we'll have a more complete report so you guys can get all that information.
Do you know her relationship to that property? Was she living there? Was she a tenant? Was she an employee?
Yes, she's living there with grandma and grandma's boyfriend and another child who's 5 years old. And they're both her biological children.
Who was it that made the 911 calls?
A family member.
So not her.
No. ¿No en español?
Henry Balomón, División en Español. Era la primera vez que había un llamado.
I can't understand the Spanish part. Sorry.
Habíamos respondido a la casa, pero estamos todavía investigando eso, pero no tenía nada que ver con ella golpeando a los niños.
Is there a history of mental health?
Hold on, I'm going to do another Spanish one.
Ok, el móvil que se maneja hasta el momento. Y si nos repite la edad, digo 30 años en español.
Ella nació en el 85, el niño solo tiene 13 años. Todavía estamos tratando de establecer el motivo. Ella solo está admitiendo que lo mató y está cooperando con los detectives.
He said
Y
taco
estamos ahora,
again.
en ese proceso. No hemos terminado, ella todavía está aquí detenida. Enseguida que concluimos toda la investigación, ahí es cuando vamos a poder dar más información sobre el caso.
Nos dice los cargos en español, por favor.
Pues tiene que traducirlo. Estrangulación doméstico, no sé cómo se dice, child neglect y el aggravated child abuse, o sea, que agredió al niño.
Will you say-
Sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
Unfortunately, we don't see this happen often, but just your thoughts on the fact that it happened at all.
You know, it's always a tragedy when someone so young is taken, regardless of how it's done, whether it's a car accident, or whether it's murder, whether it's an illness. You know, I wake up today at Monday morning, you know, when you hear this news, it's like you're getting hit with a brick. You know, somebody so young, their life was just taken from them, and they haven't even began to live. So it just kind of, you know, it's home, especially when you have children. So I don't know how else to put this in perspective, but I think it's something that, you know, we all should realize that it could happen anytime to any one of us, regardless of the manner of it, the way it happens. It's just a sad day, and hopefully their family will get some justice, and you know, I don't know what else to say about that.
And Sheriff, any history of mental health issues, or have there been any prior calls about?
They responded to her residence probably January of this year, and they're looking into that because they're trying to find all the facts before we start putting all that additional information. Like I said, this is all unfolding, but it had nothing to do with harming any of the children.
One more question? One more. When you said that she spontaneously admitted to it, was that in front of her in an interview?
She told that to the fire rescue on scene, and then she told that to one of our detectives on scene. Maybe one more in Spanish. No más.
Aparte de la víctima y victimario, ¿había más personas en la casa?
Sí, estaba el abuelo, la abuela y un niño de 5 años, pero el niño de 5 no estaba herido o envuelto en el incidente.
¿Colaboran como testigos no abuelos también?
Todos están colaborando. Okay. All right. Thank you.
No, it's not him snoring. All right, guys. Thanks for watching that with me. Look at her picture on both those boards. How embarrassing. Look at her dumbass. Look at her dumbass back there on both sides. What a disgrace. This bitch thinks that she's Jesus Christ, Yahweh, and she sent her son home, a.k.a. saved him from the devil. So no, it was not. It was not anybody snoring. I was actually watching a video from the Everglades, you guys. They caught an alligator coughing, but it looks like he's sick. I'm going to show you the video. Damn, it's not even on YouTube. Hold on. It's weird, and I wonder if it's sick. I tried to screen record it on my phone, but my phone's storage is full. Now I can't find it. But anyway, I probably shouldn't play it because it was on WFLA. It's the only place I can find it, and they're the ones that sued me, so I probably shouldn't even play it. But if you want to see it, it actually was really weird. WFLA on Newsbreak, they posted it. Yeah, he's like, now I can't even find it. And did you guys hear that the former Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown has an arrest warrant in Florida? Whoa, did you guys hear this? Plane flying over Bermuda Triangle after leaving Florida airport now missing. What? This is as of yesterday. Get your tinfoil hat on. We need to read this. What the fuck? There's a plane missing over the Bermuda Triangle. Is this real? No, it is real. One person. Holy crap. All right. I've always been fascinated with the Bermuda Triangle. I cannot lie. One person feared aboard a possible down plane in the Bermuda Triangle. Urethra Island. I know it's not urethra. However you say that. Eleuthera Island, Bahamas. Time is of the essence for a missing plane last seen flying over the infamous Bermuda Triangle. The small plane, a Cessna 402, was reported leaving the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood Airport by you, Mike Sanner. The aircraft was one person aboard was last seen 17 miles west of Eleuthera Island, Bahamas on Saturday. And look, raspberries. I love raspberries. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force and Coast Guard crews are assisting in the search efforts for the possibly downed plane. According to the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, for decades, the ocean's fabled Bermuda Triangle has captured the human imagination with unexplained disappearances of ships, planes, and people. And the Bermuda Triangle stretches from Miami to San Juan, Puerto Rico, and Bermuda. Oh my God. This is so freaky. Urethra. I don't know how to say that word. But that's the Cessna right there. And then they're showing the last place it was seen. Right in the triangle. That is so scary. Did you guys even hear about this? Put a 1 in chat if you heard about the plane missing in the triangle. Because I didn't. We need some Twilight Zone music. Wow. Well, I hope they find that person and they're okay. Let's see, there's more photos. It was okay. Hollywood Airport. It left Saturday, August 19th. And that's where it was last spotted. That's it. Coast Guard is looking for it. And there's no stories. Look at you put in I see only one. Look at all of these ones. Look at Flight 19 disappeared December 5th, 1945. Look, November 2009, 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers take off from Fort Lauderdale, and one of them went missing in the Bermuda Triangle. There's the Bermuda Triangle. I love these conversations. Is the guy by the raspberries missing? No, he's just advertising the raspberries. Lucia, I don't either. Why, Teresa, good question. Why are small planes still flying over that? Why don't they make that restricted airspace? It's a good question. I don't know. Not a lot is known about it, it says. Oh, God, it's a big area. 440,000 miles of sea. How many have disappeared? Let's see. The Bermuda Triangle, or Devil's Triangle, I'd call it Bermuda, has been blamed for the disappearance of dozens of planes and ships in the past 100 years. Listen to this shiz. Really, fasten your tinfoil hats tight right now. When Christopher Columbus sailed through the area on his first voyage to the New World, he reported that a great flame of fire crashed into the sea one night and that a strange light appeared in the distance a few weeks later. Weird. Reports of unexplained disappearances did not really capture the public's attention until the 20th century when the USS Cyclops, a 542-foot-long Navy cargo ship with over 300 men on board, sank somewhere between Barbados and Chesapeake Bay. At least 1,000 lives have been lost in the past 100 years. What? Look at, in 2017, plane wreckage was found near where a private plane carrying 4 people went missing inside the infamous Bermuda Triangle. Pilot Nathan Ulrich, 52, and Jennifer Blumman, 40, the CEO of New York event management firm Skylight Group, were on board with Blumman's sons, Phineas and Theodore. The heck? These are the theories: the paranormal, the lost city of Atlantis, gigantic structures under the sea, souls of African slaves. The fuck? Government testing. And then they say the most likely is tropical cyclones, methane hydrates, electronic fog, and human error, and hexagonal clouds. What? The newest explanation is the clouds causing terrifying 170-mile-per-hour wind air bombs. These winds are powerful enough to generate waves of more than 45 foot high, as air bombs are forced to come crashing down towards the ocean. Look at those pants. Oh, they found her body, you guys. They found Andrea Vasquez's body. They found her. They've arrested someone. Okay, I will check that in a second, Flo. Gabrielle Esparza arrested after missing Whittier teen's body found following kidnapping. See, it's in quotes. Gabrielle Esparza is being held without bail for the alleged murder and kidnapping of Andrea Vasquez after her body was recovered in Moreno Valley. Andrea was last seen after midnight Sunday morning in Penn Park. She was in a car with her boyfriend when the shooting occurred. They're not even saying. They're just saying Gabrielle Esparza. Is that her boyfriend? It just says an adult male witness reported that while at the park with an adult female companion, an armed suspect approached their vehicle and fired a weapon in their direction. Police say Andrea's body was found in vegetation field. And they later arrested the 20-year-old suspect at his job. But they still want tips. Diana Ortiz started a GoFundMe for Andrea Vasquez's family and claims to be her cousin. She was studying fashion design at Fullerton College, and she worked at a local mall. Moses Castillo, a former LAPD detective and advocate for the family, shared a video saying, "In my 30 years of law enforcement, this is the worst death notification I've ever witnessed." He broke into tears as he spoke of the pain that the Vasquez family is in as they grieve Andrea. "Just know that there's no connection between the suspect and the victims, period," he shared in a statement. He concluded, "Andrea Vasquez, your life mattered. We will fight for you." So it says that the case of Andrea Vasquez killing will be presented tomorrow to the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office. The investigation is still ongoing, meaning detectives won't disclose any additional details. But they did search that they were looking in large open land areas where her sister reported her phone was tracked. So her sister was able to track her phone. This is Gabrielle Sean Esparza. Born in 2003. A weapon thought to be used in the crime was discovered, and they found Andrea's 2013 white Toyota Tacoma. What's wrong with these people? Okay, so Flo said there's an active shooter situation. Oh my God. What the fuck? What is going on, you guys? I don't know where we're watching from. Oh, there we go.
You're 10, right? I'm 10. In between these two houses, you can see the smoke still rising. Right, people? See it?
It doesn't say anything about Andrea's boyfriend in there. Let's see if we can get some other video up here. Fox 26 Houston is live. I don't see anybody else live. Okay, they're doing an interview with someone. Let's turn up the mic and listen. Is this about an eviction? Let me go ahead and change the title of this video so people know what we're doing here. And someone's cracking up? How many people are inside? Do we know? Let's see if I can find more information on this. This is near a children's hospital, y'all. 4800 block of Broad Street and North Mathilda Street in the Garfield neighborhood. A robot is being brought in. They're bringing in Amica to do the job. Oh, it's just him. He's not in there with anybody. 4 hours. Yes, this is live right now. We are watching an active shooter situation. A man has barricaded himself in his home, in a home, and SWAT crews are trying to negotiate, and they're bringing in a robot, and the man is identified by law enforcement as 63-year-old William Bill Hardison. Hardison considers himself a sovereign citizen. So they're gonna paint Mr. Harlison as a anti-government conspiracy militia person, I bet you. Let's look up William Hardison. When we turned this on, there was like shots being fired. It was pretty intense. Thank you, Meg. Let me see if I can zoom in on this. Hey, Mike Santa. Thank you, Flo. Oh, you're very welcome.
You gotta go.
He went up to the other viewpoint. The other cameraman.
Yeah, honestly, whoever had you guys there, it's not safe. I mean, I know that's a pain in the butt you want to get, but you guys get shot. Oh my God, I can hear it.
Yeah. Hey,
and I didn't think of it.
Hey, I understand. You gotta move. I'm not trying to argue with anybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes our reporters get a little, but I understand. Gotta move. Yeah.
Gotta move.
Somebody does.
Now, that interview that we were listening to, family member and
Awesome, Daisy. I can't wait to share it with you. I wish we could see the actual house. Is that a kid? are they gonna do? This is in Pennsylvania. So if you want to know more, it is, I'll give you the exact. So this started at 12:41 Central, 1:41 Eastern. City of Pittsburgh police still has control of the active shooter scene until the incident is resolved. At its conclusion, the Pennsylvania Stadies will assume the investigation. The White House says that Joe Biden has been briefed of the situation. And this is near the UPMC Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh's Garfield neighborhood. Neighbors in the area have been told to shelter in place.
Hours now, and really an emotional situation for everyone involved. Of course, the police, the people who live.
Ooh, you just got a different angle. Look at this. Look at this scene. Holy shit. I can't believe we can watch this close. These reporters are out of their damn minds. They're out of their damn minds.
Go towards the tank.
That's what I was trying to do. So that, like, when you're standing live, you're not standing in the water. No, I was trying to make sure you were covered.
Both of you might melt.
The suspect, who is believed to be barricaded, shot down 2 drones that law enforcement officials were using to monitor the area.
No, I tried to get it as fast as I could with my cell phone. We didn't know it was coming. We didn't really know it was happening.
It's been 4 hours, though. I don't think I would have wanted to sit here for 4 hours.
I put a picture in the virtual newsroom.
These guys have been live for 83 minutes.
I got a small video.
Let's go back and see what happened in the very beginning when they first got there. We'll put it on fast speed. We'll breeze through it.
Erica, just in the last couple minutes, we've heard police firing off something. What exactly it is, we're not sure, but it doesn't seem to be quite like a gun. If you take a look down right at that green armored vehicle, you can see some of the officers there. They've been firing something. What makes us think it's definitely not a gun is it's maybe once every 15 to 20 seconds. Now, earlier, you did hear police say, you can hear it again, that popping in the background. That's what we're hearing. We had heard police say at some point, tear gas might be the step. Now, no confirmation that's what they're doing at this point. From past situations with covered SWAT, it would appear that way, but there's no confirmation that's what they're doing at this point. As for actual gunfire, actually, you can see in the distance, looks like they're about to fire something again, and you'll hear a popping noise. But there it is. You can hear that popping noise when they're kind of firing these, like, something into there. That's what makes us think it's not a gun, because when we had the gunfire exchange down here, we had that. That's probably almost going on an hour and a half now. It was 3 quick bursts, but it's been this intermittently, where for about maybe 10 or 15 minutes they'll shoot off a few of these, give it about maybe half hour, 45 minutes. This is the second time we're seeing them do this. And after the first time, it was a quiet lull, really no sort of activity. There was no gunfire. It was just kind of, for lack of a better phrase, status quo out here. But now they're kind of doing this again. And again, that's a popping noise. Every 15 to 20 seconds, we're kind of hearing that as they're trying to get to some sort of conclusion.
What is that they're shooting?
Now, in this last hour or so, no one else has really come down Broad Street. We haven't seen any more neighbors come out from there. It's mainly people here at the 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks away, just trying to see what they can see.
All right. I'm going to stay on this
stream. Trying to just see, let people know on their Facebooks what they're seeing out here. We have seen more officers arrive. About a half hour ago, we saw one of their bigger armored vehicles arriving. Couldn't really see the lettering on it to see which agency that was with, whether county police, Pittsburgh police, or state police. We have seen more officers arriving, and it's really kind of been this lack of a chest gate, really trying to.
I'm just seeing if we missed anything major. Doesn't look like we did.
Every 20 seconds or so. After that live shot, that went on for maybe about another minute, and it has since stopped. So we'll probably about 15 minutes of just flag referee stats when I can actually see the police taking a canine dog out, heading towards a little bit more towards that scene.
Can you quack? Can you quack like a duck? All right, we're in real time now. We didn't miss nothing. There's FBI agents. Yeah, we're caught up to speed. Hi everyone, I've had my nose glued to the TV. I'm like 40 minutes away from here. What in the actual? Oh, WTAE. I thought you were saying what in the actual fuck. WTAE. Let's see what they got going on. WTAE. Oh, they got videos on Hardison and everything. Look. Okay, this is cool. Thank you so much, Angie. And stay safe, babe.
Paul Van Ossel, our investigative reporter here at Pittsburgh's Action News 4. Paul, you have information on who this person is?
Yes, that's right. We've been looking into the background of the suspect, and his name is William Hardison Jr., and court records show just this morning an eviction of Hardison was scheduled at that address on Broad Street here in Garfield, where the standoff occurred. Now, the home was owned by a man who appears to be Hardison's father, William Hardison Sr. It was occupied by William Hardison Jr. Earlier this year, the elder Hardison, he sold that house to a company called 907 East Street. Now, in May, that company filed a complaint to evict Hardison Jr., but they say he refused to leave, and they say he has also refused to pay rent for the past 5 months. Now, just last week, a judge granted a request by the property owner to evict Hardison, not only evict Hardison, but to lock his belongings inside the house following today's eviction. That was just approved last week by the judge in this case. Now, we also found some information on Hardison Jr.'s criminal history. Most recently, it's mostly minor stuff, nothing overly violent. Back just last year, he entered a guilty plea to carrying a firearm without a license. He got 2 years probation for that. It was 17 years earlier was his most recent offense, where he entered a guilty plea to forgery or altering a title or registration. He got 3 years probation on that case. Also back in 2005, he entered a guilty plea.
I love watching these reporters wait.
He got 2 years probation. Back in 2001, he entered a guilty plea to fleeing or attempting to elude and disorderly conduct, as well as marijuana possession, and he got 6 months probation on that case. And
he smokes pot.
This house, before it was owned by Hardison Jr.'s father, it was actually owned by his brother. And after his brother's death, the father took over the house. He was the main heir of the brother's estate. The brother lived in Michigan. And again, after the father took over the house, he sold it to this company, which tried to evict William Hardison Jr. and has the eviction was supposed to happen this morning.
6 times.
That's when
Thank you, Shell.
That's when the standoff occurred. In fact, police radio show the initial shots were fired just after 10:30, and that was the exact time that the eviction was scheduled for. We're live in Garfield and Paul Van Osdol, Pittsburgh's Action News 4. Back to you.
That's crazy. Let's go back a page. Because there's a picture of him. Can you guys see it? No, you can't. Look at her twirling her umbrella. Like, let's get this on the road. I want to go home. This is Bill Hardison. Do you see him? He's a big dude. That's Bill. That must be Bill's wife. Hopefully Bill survives this. Somebody needs to tell Bill it is definitely not worth risking your life, Bill. All right, let's listen to her.
Megan said, we have been talking to folks that were trapped in their homes who live directly across the street from where this situation is going on. We talked to others who were out and about on the street when the gunfire rang out initially.
Several different agencies, and they had been communicating with this.
Listen to because you put yourself in their shoes. But the one woman that I spoke with, she works from home. She was doing her work, and she said all of a sudden she heard a barrage of gunfire. She said she didn't know what to do. She said that she was dodging bullets in her living room to get to the basement to safety. Take a listen to what else she said. Tell me, cue me.
Yeah, there's a hearing. It's 1 or 2:15. It hasn't started yet. It won't start till 5:15 Eastern. BK has a hearing today at 1 or 2:15. I don't know. I keep saying 1. 2:15.
Yeah, you can imagine how terrifying that was. And also for her husband, as I said, she was home alone working. Her husband was out of the home working when he got what was happening. He said his first thought was to get to her side to help her. He said when he got here to the scene, he was not able to get to their home. As you can imagine, this whole perimeter has been blocked off since this morning. So he was describing that scary situation for us, saying that he felt helpless. He said he was able to get in touch with her by cell phone, and he was able to calm her down, which in turn calmed him down. He said once police got to her and was able to bring her to him to safety, he had the hugest smile on his face. He said that reunion was a gift from God, he said.
Of homes in our way. We were along Broad Street for a good amount of time today. A lot of people were gathered there. Police moved us out of that area just a short time ago. So I can't tell you that there has been longer than maybe an hour break in the gunshots throughout the day, Andrew.
Frightening scene, Marcy. Marcy Cipriani live for us on that location in Garfield. Please stay safe. Get to a safe location. Hopefully the last of those today, but we will see.
I'm sorry I blew your eardrums out.
It's really amazing to say with the amount of gunfire that, as far as we know right now, no one has been shot. No bystanders and no officers. But of course, we're going to keep.
Has he been shot?
And as we did tell you, this all began as sheriff's deputies were serving an eviction notice this morning. Now we're told this is the suspect, Bill Hardison. Pittsburgh's Action News 4 actually spoke with his family a short time ago, and they are calling for him to surrender. We're going to have more on that interview coming up in just a moment.
But first, Pittsburgh's Action News 4 reporter Paul Van Alsdahl joins us live now with a conversation that, Paul, you had with a family member of a suspect this afternoon.
That's right, Andrew. We spoke to the son of William Hardison, whose name is also William Hardison. He is a truck driver based in Atlanta. We spoke to him while he was on the road. He was in Ohio, and he and his family have been trying all day to try to get a hold of his father and beg him to come out. And he talked to us in the hopes that his father would hear this message.
Hey, Dad, please surrender. Please give up.
Jesus.
You have children and grandchildren. I love you dearly. Please stand down.
What's he like as a person?
He's a great. He's a very stern individual. You know, he's a man's man. You know what I mean? But he stands on what he believes in, and when he believes in something, he's gonna fight tooth and nail about it. You know, but he's a great person outside of that. You know what I mean? So.
Now, based on what we were talking about earlier, does he believe that this house rightfully belongs to him?
Yes, very much so.
Why is that?
Because my uncle, you know, my uncle passed away. You know what I mean? And he, like I said, he only had a few more years left to pay on the house. You know what I mean? So why would they sell it to someone for $25,000 when hundreds of thousands of dollars have been put into that house? You know what I mean? They just redid the house. They just remodeled the house in the process of him passing away.
And as you could hear from the son, this house has been the subject of a series of transactions involving family members, which led to the eviction. Basically, the house was owned by William Hardison's brother. He died last year, and then his father took over possession of the house under terms of the will, and then the father sold the house to a local real estate company, and they are the ones who began the eviction proceedings because they claim William Hardison was squatting here and he had not paid rent for 5 months and he had no legitimate right to the house. And the eviction was to take place this morning at 10:30, and that is when the confrontation began.
Jesus, stand down. Ain't your house.
The father believed that the house was rightfully his. Reporting live in Garfield, Paul Van Osdol, Pittsburgh's Action News 4.
Paul doing such a great job for us, so quickly digging into the background there. So we're going to check in again soon, but thank you for that report. As he mentioned, this all started at 10:30 this morning. It's almost 4:10 now, so we're approaching 6 hours since this started.
A long and tiring day for everyone involved, and sheriff's deputies say they were serving, as Paul mentioned before, an eviction notice about 10:30 this morning, and that's when it all began.
Actively shooting. I need people here now to shut down the street. To stay away from Millville Avenue, anywhere, Kincaid, all of this. That's where I'm at. It's still an active scene.
We have an active shooter situation, Zone 5. Actors hold up in the house with gasoline threatening to burn the house down.
And that's when we learned just how serious this entire incident really was.
Dozens of law enforcement from the city of Pittsburgh, Allegheny County State Police, SWAT, and more all responded to this neighborhood today. That entire area has been shut down ever since. A nearby Children's Hospital, just about a half a mile away from where this is taking place.
So scary.
West Penn Hospital, also nearby. They have extra security in place.
Okay, Mr. Bill needs to stand down, like his son said. Stand down, Mr. Bill. Now, I'm not going to sit here and wait for this to conclude, but hopefully there's some aerial view. Hopefully they get this guy out safely. Looks like they've blown out his windows. But before we end the stream, I wanted to go over some important dates with you guys that has been released in the Brian Kohberger case. He has a hearing today at 2:15, 5:15 Eastern. I don't even know if it's going to be recorded and released. We'll find out. If it is, I'll go live. But I did want to do a poll with you guys as well. Let's get a poll going. Let's get a poll going. Because I wanted to know, do you guys have plans tonight? Are you planning on watching the presidential debate? There's a 2-hour debate tonight to meet the Republican candidates. And I'm just wondering if you guys are interested in streaming that and watching it. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it, but we'll see. Togetherness. Okay, there you go. I don't know if you guys are even interested in it. I mean, I totally am. I want to see who's going to be running. Curiosity, you know. So this is going to be the first GOP debate tonight. So did they say what happened to this guy's dad? I know he sold the house, but where is he at? I don't know. They didn't say. So go ahead and answer the poll if that interests you. Oh, I know Biden was briefed like that. He's probably like, what? My briefs are clean, Jill. All right. So I want to go over this with you guys. These are important. We're going to be busy. I'm not going to be taking on a lot of new cases, covering them. I'll keep doing the weekly news, but guys, things are going to get really busy, crazy busy with the Kohberger case. And there's a lot of dates that we need to go over. You're down? I'm down with GOP. Yeah, you know me. All right. All right, guys. So these are the dates to keep. These are deadlines and dates. So today, yes, we do need to know who the candidates are, so we know who to blame, right? Oh, here, Grady has a thought on that.
Somebody in Washington with more than 5 brain cells needs to listen to this. Well, maybe asking them to have 5 brain cells too many. Let's shoot for 3 brain cells.
Well, you have a fun night, 116. That sounds great. If you're down with the GOP debate, go ahead and vote in the poll. All right, so Kohberger trial, important dates. We have today, August 23rd, 2023. Wait, hold on. Let me start over. All right, so Kohberger trial, important dates. Starting with today, August 23rd, 2023. Brian Kohberger has a hearing, I think, at 2:15 Pacific, 5:15 Eastern. And then fast forward, we're already looking at September. Can you believe it? 9/1 of 2023. All motions to dismiss, all evidence needs to be in discovery by that date, by the 1st of September. Do you realize it is the 23rd of August? And then a week later after that, the alibi deadline that the judge set, all the experts have to be submitted to the court. All the pretrial motions have to be submitted. And the list of all the witnesses they're going to call has to be submitted by the 8th of September. On the 15th of September, the proposed jury questions are due. And also, this is interesting, the 404B. Now, the 404B is misconduct about any witness that's going to be testifying in this case, but a problem outside of this case. So, for example, we heard about the officers who had the Brady issue. That may come up in a 404B, I believe. On 9/22/2023, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we have a hearing on all motions. So everything that they had to have in by the 8th will be addressed on the 22nd. And then on the 25th, they are going to begin jury selection. Now, they say jury selection's only going to take a week, which I think it sounds, I say only, that's a long time for people that have to sit through it. But they're starting that on the 25th of September. And then fast forward to 9/29, September 29th. We have our final pre-trial conference. And then we are October 2nd through November 17th. We have the trial dates. So, yeah, we're rolling up on a year almost since this happened. So, yeah, join our Facebook group. We have a Brian Kohberger trial Facebook group where we put a lot of information and discussions, things like that. So make sure you join that Facebook group. We'll have the link in the chat. And globalism, I just want to say I'm so sorry. That's a horrible anniversary. 1 year. That's really hard. I'm sorry. I lost both my parents in the past few years, so I feel for you, girl. Big, 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 big hugs to you. So those are our trial dates, or our important dates for Brian Kohberger. So that concludes our news desk for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the news desk. We're still looking at a live look of the PA shooting, but I am going to go ahead and end this. We've been live a lot today. If I'm going to do the debate, you guys will see an event go up. I will share it in the community, and I will also share it on Facebook. And I want to make note that we are live on Facebook. So hello, Facebookers, if you have joined. So YouTube, say hello to Facebook. And dance this out. We're going to run our credits, our tinfoil, and then dance it out. Thank you for joining. Please hit that like and subscribe for more. See you guys in the next live. be sure to check out my other videos and playlists for more true crime content. And if that's not enough, you can join our Patreon. Don't have a tinfoil hat? It's okay. We'll make you one. It's that easy. See you guys in the next video.
See you later. Bye.
I don't give a damn. I don't really care about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. You talk way too much. I have heard enough about you and your problems. I don't give a damn. 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 You wanna be with me. You wanna feel something real, but I'm feeling differently. You're making plans to get to France, but don't wanna face the fact that I ain't got time, I ain't got time, I ain't got time for that. Staying up late, sleeping all day, dreaming about Cadillacs.
I didn't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life. I didn't want to see anybody else either.
Calling my phone when you feel alone, but I'll never call you back.
Bye, Jennifer. Thanks so much, Jennifer.